welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes are looking sane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Well, if you missed it on the regular show, we had a fun announcement that we got to make today, and that is that we aren't going anywhere anytime soon. For the first time in our career, we have signed a 5-year extension. We typically only do 3 because we just don't trust people.
Or the industry, you know, It's been so volatilely changing, rapidly.
Sure.
Like 5 years is a long time. What's this beast going to look like in 5?
Two things sound weird when I say it out loud. Oh, we signed a half a decade deal. When you say half a decade, it sounds bigger. And then when we signed our contract yesterday, just seeing the year 2031.
Yeah.
You're like, what the 2031?
31?
I mean, that's
something, isn't
that's
it?
a crazy number.
I should be dead by 2031.
Now, there's several reasons why we decided to make that move. You might say, what is different? One, Hubbard is, without a doubt, the best company in America, at least for media, to work for. I can't say in other fields, but I've worked for enough that are in broadcasting, have enough friends that work in the ones that I have not. And there's no other place I would rather be. And that was very obvious to us. We are in the right place. I mean, they really, truly care about the community. They care about their employees, and they take care of them and give them what they need to succeed. And that's a big thing that a lot of companies can't even deliver on that.
They're old school. They care about the right things, the values, the family runs it, and they don't answer to a bunch of shareholders. They answer to their family.
And the last thing I needed to see was that they were committed to new media, because KVJ's always believed in digital and being where our audience is and trying to connect on any platform we possibly can. And in the last couple of weeks, they had rebranded the entire company, which is now known by Hubbard Media That Connects. And it's about the connectivity, and it's about growing in digital spaces. And they have talked to us about growing KVJ outside of South Florida in ways that will not affect anybody listening in South Florida. And that was always the thing, because you could do the syndication. And when we talked about it before, it's like, yeah, but you can't talk about local stuff. And then if you do, you can only talk about for 3 minutes, an hour here and there. I was like, I don't like this. You lose the whole essence of the show.
Yeah, when we did syndication the first time, I remember like the first month, I'd say something during the time we would be only talking to across the Sarasota or Keys, and I'd say something local. Then you'd hear me follow up. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. So it was awkward to listen to.
Yeah. So the strategies for growing in this plan, it's going to be great. We'll have more information on that, and it's not going to. You will have no idea, but hopefully you'll go somewhere else and be like, oh my gosh, KVJ is now all over the place, and it'll be in a way that people in other places will enjoy us as much as they do in South Florida. And so that's the hope. But we'll keep adding to that. But there's just so much great stuff and growth and potential. And that's important to me, because we're not here to be stagnant. We're not here to be the same show. We're here to be a better show that's going to grow and gain more audience and connect even deeper to the audience that we already do have. So Hubbard was all about all those things. And so it just was a no-brainer. Like I said, it was the easiest contract I've ever signed. I said, I have no doubt. There's no other place I want to work, so let's do this. And we did it.
People, I'm already getting messages going, does this mean KVJ is going to be out doing more events? And I think we're going to be trying to do that.
We have a strategy that we are pursuing right now, and it is a plan that should be effective with people that can do it, have done it to the level that we want, and we're going to continue working on that. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen and what the schedule will be or what it will look like, but as we get stuff, there are a lot of really positive things in the works to do all the things that we've had on the back burner for, it feels like a decade now, that some of those things are going to start coming off the shelf, and we're going to start doing them.
That's because it's been over a decade.
You're right. Maybe
that's why it feels that way.
Yeah.
Big fun stuff, and more of it to come.
Yeah. So very excited about that. So thank you so much.
Get to keep my house. That's a positive. That's nice.
It is.
I don't have to move out to that tent in the woods.
Believe me, there was some moments.
Yeah. And if you've been listening to KVJ for quite a while, you might remember back between the years like 2003 and 2011, we had a mayor that we were very fond of, Louis Frankel. And we had a lot of fun with her.
You still love her.
Yes.
I saw her out in Wellington recently, and it was all hugs and love. And the girl is still out there working, y'all. She's been working.
She is.
She knows how to hang with a joke.
Yeah.
She does.
And she can hang with the young people, too. Like, she's surrounded by a team of young people, and she keeps them on their toes.
She does. Been fighting for the community in South Florida since 1986. And whether she's a mayor or whether she's a congresswoman, whatever, we always just love having her on. Louis Frankel is joining us here on the KVJ Show. Hello, mayor / congresswoman / whatever other great titles we could give you. It's good to have you back on.
Well, it's so good to be with you. But, you know, my best title is Lolo. That's what my grandchildren call me.
Oh, man.
Aww.
Yeah.
And I just have to do a shout out to you all because I cannot tell you how many times especially when I see my mayor staff, we talk about your incidents.
Your incidents. Plural.
One was when you toilet papered my neighbor's tree.
Poor neighbor.
Which resulted in them moving, I think. But how could I forget Jason's lap dance?
Oh, yes.
In my office. That was too much. I'm still crying from that one.
It was too much. I apologize.
It was so much too much, she had to shut it down.
There was even a song that went along with it, too. Yeah, there was a whole thing.
You got too sexy, Jay Bird.
It was all kinds of sexy. Yeah, we've got a great past, and I'm glad to see that you're doing all the stuff that you're doing, still out there really fighting for the community. And this latest thing, and the reason why I wanted to talk to you is I love that you are making this move and making some headlines, urging the House Oversight Committee to hold a hearing in Palm Beach County and subpoena some of the key officials that were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's 2008 plea deal, which to me, I personally, you know, some people would even ask, they're like, going, Kev, like, why are you so obsessed with the Epstein story? And to me, it's just the fact I'm a girl dad. And if my daughter had been victimized and there was no justice on this, I can't tell you what a pain in the behind I would be. And I'm irate for those dads, for those girls, for those parents, for the innocence that was taken from them. And there's nothing more than I hate than some rich, powerful person taking advantage and thinking that they're better than somebody else. And to me, this is what the Epstein story is. And this is something that I will always fight for. And I almost take it personal. And I'm glad that you're stepping up, because what happened in 2008 in Palm Beach County is just so baffling with what they knew and then the charges that he got. And you have specifically named, and you echoed what I had said probably a week or two prior, that Palm Beach County State Attorney at the time, Barry Kreischer, you know, there's some questions that I think that we need to ask him and be like, what happened? Why did Jeffrey Epstein have a situation where he could check himself out of jail, go back to his Palm Beach estate where he was victimizing girls as he was serving charges for victimizing girls? How the heck, what do you think happened?
Well, you know, I decided to do a little more research because, you know, the real story didn't come out till about sometime in the middle of 2018, 2019, when the Miami Herald and then the Palm Beach Post really got involved with their investigation. I did a little research and I tried to find any news of what happened when Jeffrey Epstein made his plea deal in Palm Beach County, which is 208. And there was a little blurb in the Palm Beach Post that just said, you know, he had been charged with some parts of prostitution charges. So, of course, it was a blip. It was a blip that nobody really, you know, looked at. In 2018, when the Miami Herald did extensive research, it was shocking. And in fact, I was in Congress then, and I was the chair of what's the Democratic Women's Caucus, and actually we were the first members of Congress to actually call for Congress hearings into Jeffrey Epstein. And I actually had arranged for the Oversight Committee to come to Palm Beach County to have the first hearing when we got a notice from the Justice Department that they were in the process of prosecuting Giselle Maxwell, and that they would not allow any witnesses to come before the Oversight Committee. So
Okay.
then what happened? There was the Republicans took over the Congress then, and so that went on hiatus until recently, when obviously there's been a lot more comment. But you know what has bothered me and still does is this Oversight Committee is so bent on just calling in what they think are the famous witnesses. I mean, Bill Gates last week, Bill Clinton. I mean,
right.
The real witness, the real people they should be talking to is Barry Krischer, who was the prosecutor back here in 2008 when the deal was given. His prosecutors who went into the grand jury. I read the grand jury. The grand jury testimony is now public. It's so embarrassing and disgraceful. They maybe called one or two witnesses, and they treated these young girls as they were the criminals.
Right. Yeah.
They treated them like they were the criminals. So and then you see what they charge Epstein with, these ridiculous charges.
Now, who do you think has harder questions to answer? Is it Barry Krischer, or are we talking Alex Acosta, who had a role in this as well? It seems like those are the two people that I would like to get some answers from. Well,
let me just say this. I mean, obviously, the real culprit was Jeffrey Epstein and his associates. And the fact is, I mean, one of the reasons to be pursuing this is because how could only one or two people be held accountable for so much was rape and sexual abuse by so many different people? So that's really why this thing needs to continue. Alex Acosta, I do believe, was brought in at some time to the Oversight Committee, and he basically played dumb. And but I do not understand. And let me tell you, I have many times over these past years behind the scenes requested that our local folks be brought in under subpoena.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who else would be a fabulous witness. It was the police chief here at the time, Chief Ryder, who was a hero.
Yes.
He's the one who brought the case. And then when he saw that the first try for Barry Krischer was to just charge Epstein with one count of prostitution or soliciting prostitution, Ryder took it to the federal prosecutor Acosta in Miami, who, what happened? I don't know. Were these prosecutors overwhelmed by Jeffrey Epstein's lawyers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who called them? No question in my mind that it was an overpowering defense where some very powerful people called these prosecutors, and the defense team intimidated the young girls who would have been witnesses. They were followed, they were surveyed, and so it made the case difficult. But obviously, to me, it's just a disgrace what happened in Palm Beach County, because had we done our job here, we could have saved so many lives from being
You're right.
destroyed.
I mean, unfortunately, so many girls were victimized after all this was going on, and it was already out in the open. That, to me, is part of the tragedy. And I'm just curious if you would throw anything with Palm Beach County sheriffs into this. Now, there's that congressional testimony that just happened from Jeffrey Epstein's former aide, Sarah Kellen. And she said that Epstein may have bribed a Palm Beach County sheriff's deputy to receive special treatment while he was serving in there. And he seemed to get a lot of favoritism. And she believes that there was some bribery that might have been going on, and maybe some things that they need to weed out even within Palm Beach County sheriffs.
You know, back at the time when I first, this was probably back in 2019 or so, after the Miami Herald story came out, I know I made an inquiry with the sheriff's office. I spoke, I'm pretty sure I went and I saw the jail cell that Epstein had stayed in. I think it was at the Stockade. I'm not sure whether I went
think it was
in
a gun
person or
club.
I saw photos. And I talked to Mr. Gauger, who was the second in command, and he was running what they call the jail. It was called the Stockade at the time, where Epstein was. What I was told, but look, I have no way to verify, is that he was given the type of sentence that allowed work release. Was the same sort of pressure when I put on the sheriff's office? I don't know. I mean, it was a very, very high-paid, vigorous defense, and they were threatening to sue. And so that's why really these questions should be answered under oath in a congressional hearing.
Well, I love that you're continuing to push for some questions, because I think there's at least 3 people I want to hear from. It's a little bit of PBSO and this Deputy Michael Fox that she had named that apparently was getting cash and Disney tickets. And they don't know what the favoritism was, but there was definitely exchanges that were happening. So I think some questions need to be asked about that. I think you're right about Barry Krischer. I think Alex Acosta needs to answer some questions as well. And so we'll see. And the other thing is about the suicide attempt, because they are really doubling down now on that it was a suicide. And the latest story is they've got this guy who's, murdered several men. He was in there and was with Epstein for a little while. And he's saying, oh, yeah, he was asking me about how to make a noose, and he had written a note, and there's all this kind of stuff. I mean, the narrative now, they really just came out. I think maybe it was the New York Times that had the story. And they're really just slam dunking that this was a suicide, definitely not a murder. Are you as convinced as this paper is in New York that it was truly a suicide?
I have really no thoughts on that. I mean, and I only know what anybody else has read in the newspaper. Look, the whole thing. I think what they're reporting now is that there was enough signs that he was going to commit suicide that he should not have been in a cell where he could do that. Because Jeffrey Epstein is a very, very bad man, but I think it would be better if he was still alive to still answer the questions. True. Because there's so many people who have not been held accountable, and he knows who they are, or at least he did know who they are. So a lot of that died with him. Giselle Maxwell also probably knows lots of the names of the people who should be held accountable. But of course, she's going to be protecting her own flank. Obviously, she doesn't want to spend the rest of her life in prison. So I don't know if we can trust anything she has to say. This is, but I still do think there are people who can give us some answers. And for these survivors who were very, very brave, who came forward, who have suffered a lot, they are owed justice, and so there should be a pursuit to find out who else is accountable. Well, and why this happened, and why he got a slap in the wrist. Yeah. Why did he get a slap?
Right here in our own county. It's like a black eye on us, and I'm glad that you're taking up the fight to do something about it. We're going to continue to root you on, and you're always welcome here on the KVJ Show. So good to talk to you.
All right. Well, listen, thank you all, and congratulations on your new contract. And so, listen, try to stay out of trouble. That's a big request.
We've given up lap dances.
Hey, when we do get in trouble, can we call you?
You don't want to take that call.
But anytime we got a lot of things going on in this country and this community. Anytime you want to have a chat, just.
Will do.
Kevin, just text me. I think will. You have my cell. You do have my cell.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, we'll definitely be in touch. Thank you so much, Congresswoman Frankel.
Good to see you guys.
You too.
You too. Take care. Yeah, hopefully she continues the fight. And I know there's some other politicians on both sides of the aisle. They're sticking their neck out. And I think it's more so the Republicans. I feel for them because some of them they're taking some daggers for simply trying to get some truth and justice for girls.
Shouldn't we all want the truth?
I don't understand. I think it's a really bad position.
Well, that just tells me if you don't want the truth, you're protecting somebody who's paying you something.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well, it really ties into that group. And do we really have a shadowy group of people that are truly running everything? That our governments are just face forward and there are men behind it that are even more rich and more powerful than the people that we see that are truly controlling what happens in life, whether you call them the Illuminati or whatever. And Nicki Minaj is kind of in this world now. She's dipped her toe into politics, and I saw she was on a podcast, and they were asking her about the Illuminati, and there was, reports about Jay-Z being in it, so maybe she would be able to see some of that stuff. Beyonce, could they be in the Illuminati?
There's always hidden symbolism.
Yes.
They'll find things in art or videos to go see at 3:13 on the timestamp. There's an eyeball, and that eyeball represents the government.
Part of it, and what I never realized, is they say that what they do to tip you off, they have different hand signals.
Yes.
Have you ever seen where you put the hands and make almost a diamond shape, and then they will show a lot of these celebrities, and it is a weird kind of pose. Like, I've never really posed like that, and a lot of them are in these photos where their hands be down by their side, but they're making almost like a vagina sign in front of their crotch. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but it's what it looks like.
It looks like a bonus vagina.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I guess that's the Illuminati signal, is the bonus vagina.
I thought they were giving a tribute to former wrestling star Diamond Dallas Page. He did the diamond cutter.
Maybe it's just the Illuminati.
And right before he hit his finishing move, bam!
He would hit him with the vagina?
He hit him with the vagina cutter.
Wow, how about that, huh? So those are some of the things they say. I don't know if there's anything to it, but here's what Nicki Minaj had to say about this shadowy group.
Like, I feel that there definitely is a group of people that have made things very difficult for me, but I don't know if they're Illuminati. I don't know what they are. I always was looking at it as if this was a personal issue, that one person didn't really like me and they happened to be in a powerful position, and they were able to use their influence to make people go against me. I never looked at it as if it was like an entire secret society against me.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could be. It could have been. Who knows?
Okay.
We've all had that, though, in life, though, where someone of a position of power might have held you down. I mean, there's a lot of people who can say that story, and those people are not part of the Illuminati because they're too fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you'll see that in industries where somebody will try to blackball you from a certain industry, but it doesn't mean they're Illuminati. Just means they got power in that little place.
Weinstein did it.
Yeah, they follow it by, you'll never work in this town again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did it to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, we do have some questions and even some comments on some things that have been going on here on the show, including Josie, who is saying, no snorting spices, please.
Where were you yesterday, Josie? You should have been here before we snorted Tabasco.
By the way, that was one of the comments that I saw when you put up your wrestling post of, oh man, are they getting fired? What's going on? Because the way you did that video looked like you were. I knew what was going on, so I'm going, all right, Kevin's doing some wrestling, getting the audience kind of...
Not tipping my cap.
Getting riled up.
Yeah.
Because I deliberately did not post yesterday because I thought I was going to take away from your post because... At work, people were going, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But one of the ones that I saw was, I think they got in trouble because Kevin got so sick from the hot sauce, they're getting fired.
We would not get fired for hot sauce.
But I will tell you, it was real. It felt like the whole left side of my face was numb. I think it was affecting my vision. I'm not even messing with you.
No, it affected my eye.
Yeah, I was.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't until about the time the show started today where my left nostril that I snort, it was completely clogged and swollen. I could feel it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a terrible punishment.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I wasn't worried about Virginia. She just wasn't being such a pussy like Kevin was. So, no, Kevin did snort more, and I'm not kidding you. As soon as he snorted it, I saw his whole face.
I felt it.
You instantly turned bright red.
It was instant regret. My body, you ever had something like that?
What have I done?
Your body tells you that second that something is off. And as soon as that went up my nose like that, I'm like, this is not good.
You made a face that made me jump up, and I was legit worried about you. So I tried to get you some water. Your eyes went back in your head.
Yeah. Yeah, and then she sent me a whole bunch of stories about the damaging effects of putting spices up into your nasal passages.
Whoopsie.
And you can cause a lot of
Probably should have read that on Monday night, not Tuesday night.
We have a few things that we've retired here on this show.
I remember.
We've done a lot of dumb things.
Suits knew he had to play. He had to play one game, and the punishment was snorting hot sauce. And I remember him telling me, he's like, man, I really don't want to snort hot sauce, man. I'm like, all right, we'll try to get you out of this thing.
It's yeah. I think the two worst punishments that I've had, I remember when we were at the Miami station, we had done cayenne pepper, and it was about 45 minutes, I think, before I could really even talk again.
Cayenne is rough.
My whole face was, I might have done double lines,
but that's
too.
what Tabasco has in it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's basically doing the exact same thing.
It is. I would not hold that as the worst, though. I mean, I've done other things that you guys haven't done, and
kneeling on rice was pretty fucked up.
That sucked too. You showed your endurance. My back threw out. We were going tit for tit on that one. We would not give up, and it was a grudge match. And you ended up beating me. My fucking old man back just gave out after 47 minutes. Also, too,
I was not coming off that rice.
And then Kevin realizes, he's like, oh shit, they are in a grudge match, and I still have to do an hour and a half worth of show right now. Yeah. And they're kneeling.
These two psychopaths are not going to give up.
That was brutal.
Well, anything Kevin would bring up, it would start to get into the topic. And they're like, oh, it's rice, my knee. I'm not giving up. It derailed every topic we had.
There was the whole show, just recovery.
It's just rice until it wasn't.
Well, the ambulance had to come for a rice fucking bit.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said, I'd rather see you guys do rewards instead of punishment. Like, nobody wants to hear us do rewards.
Not going to go well in the chat room.
No, like, nobody wants to see us enjoying life. And Summer had a question here. He said, I've been listening to Denny's or Animal now for years in the summertime, and I was thinking how cool it would be to see some of the behind the scenes of Denny's making the noises and how he gets them going. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, do a little video behind the music.
Yeah. So we need some new ones. Yeah, we'll have to do some video of that. Yeah, if you have anything you want to see from behind the scenes, let us know. We'll take a request for videos to put out there.
I'm doing one today. I'm going to QC Kinetics because people have asked how the process is, and I'm going to show them all the... I'll try not to show so many needles in the skin. I know people don't like that.
You can have just like your face when it goes to the puncture part, but people do want to know how many needles you take.
Yeah,
I've taken a lot of needles in my time. This last year alone, I've taken a lot of needles.
Don't show when the needle breaks the skin. At that point in the video, have them come to your face.
Well, that's what I usually take Kevin's face and put it over. If I'm ever naked, I always
puncture point.
I always say, if it's something questionable, I always put Kevin's face over.
Put Kevin's face on your D.
Reactions work too. I mean, when I got a needle on my dick, that's what I did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
there's reaction videos. People love that shit.
It's fascinating.
And I got one here. AI Mike for Virginia says, the creator of your beautiful sausage photo. Remember when you were knocking down that foot-long kielbasa?
Oh, yeah.
AI Mike made that.
Artiste, AI Mike.
Said you guys were talking about OnlyFans, and I remember your feet picture thing you were trying to do. Out of nowhere, my brain went onlyfeet.com. I'm going to say this. I'm not into feet, but I like what you're doing. Onlyfeet.com apparently is not registered to anybody, and it has the initials OF, just like OnlyFans.
I love what...
OnlyFeet is not registered to anybody?
Believe that.
And also, too, that's lying to the people. That's not what your brand is. It's toes and nose, baby.
Yeah, I already have a platform. I'm just not allowed to monetize it. So it's just for fun.
Yet.
I'm putting it out there for free.
You could even do camel toe pictures, but take a camel stuffed animal right next to your toe.
Totally.
Camel toe. I don't know. It's a pretty stupid idea. That's fine. Denny, please help me erase that from the universe.
The brainstorming on cute nose witch toes or witch toes.
It's witchnosecutetoes.com.
You don't think maybe OnlyFeet, if you could get it, would be better because it's easier to remember? Like, we can never get your web address.
Somebody absolutely owns OnlyFeet.com.
I was going to say, there's no way that's
And
open.
also, what if you're a freak for the beak?
Onlyfeet.us.com.
She got a thing going on with upstairs and down, the nose and the toes. Okay. I say you stay with that brand. No one's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's OnlyFeet also on Instagram. But look, I am the only which knows cute toes.
You got to get it. Get that shit done. Get it patented.
Yeah, I mean, I got it.
I bet you probably do have it.
Doug said, I heard you guys talking about questionable brands like Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, in 1985, the Houston Astros moved their spring training and Class A minor league team to Kissimmee. Yeah, I remember that. I think I went to the stadium that they had there once for a softball thing. You want to talk about another questionable name? The team owner proclaimed he was not going to have a club called the Kissimmee Astros.
Yeah,
Kissimmee Astros.
Kiss me ass.
And he used the park name Osceola instead. Yes, okay. And so the team later renamed the minor league team to the Cobras, and they were the Kissimmee Cobras until 2016.
I've heard people say Kissimmee and Kissimmee. So
I think it's Kissimmee.
Yeah.
You said it different too.
I think it's Kissimmee. Because that's one of those things you can tell when somebody's here. I think when I got here, I was like, Kissimmee. And then I heard, it's almost like you can tell that with the Boca Raton.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
That's one of those things where you're like, okay, you just kind of get used to the pronunciations when it could go one of two different ways, whether the person's from there or not.
I was over in Boca Raton.
They were running that commercial we had forever, and you could tell it was a national commercial, and somebody's in L.A. or New York or whatever recording it because she was saying Boca Raton. I'm like, man, y'all got to get those things right.
That's got to get approved right there.
You
Yeah.
sound dumb.
Yeah, you got to figure out those little things. And it is weird. I know all around the country, there's countless examples of things that you look at it, and they're actually not even pronouncing it right, but that's just how they pronounce it in that area, even though it looks weird.
That's when I know if something's AI. As soon as they start saying the celebrity's name, Virginia Sonoki, you're like, wait a minute, that's not Brad Pote.
Mm-hmm. And Christina said, hey, Kev, you're talking about how long it had been since many teams in New York had won a championship. In there, though, I know you're talking about the ones that hadn't won for a while, but shout out to the New York Liberty, who won the WNBA championship in 2024. Leave it to the ladies to be getting it done. Am I right, V?
All right, girls.
Uh-huh.
When the men couldn't do it, the bitches did.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. As we looked down, obviously the Knicks broke their drought, but every men's sports franchise there has pretty much gone at least a decade or longer between championships, which is insane considering how many sports teams they have. And I think they have, 3 hockey teams?
Yeah.
Buffalo?
No,
Islanders.
No, you got the New York Islanders, you got the Rangers, and then you got the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, you're right.
Where's Buffalo at?
It's
Buffalo's
northern New York.
Western.
It's in the state, but it's not in the city proper.
Guy, we still got to give it credit if it's in the state, right?
No, because I'm talking about in the city, basically. So Buffalo, it's a good bit away.
Buffalo's very far from New York City.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just saying, for a city itself to have 3 hockey teams, even 2 football teams, 2 baseball teams, and to not be able to win championships for decades.
And to pay what they pay.
Right.
They pay a shit ton.
Mm-hmm. And Mandy said, I sent the KVJ show some merch from Nora. The box is sitting on the cabinet behind Virginia. Was it ever opened?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's got a tumbler in there still.
Okay.
We took everything else out.
I love that. Yeah, we go to Nora all the time. I love it. And it's not even close to full potential, but
guess what you're getting for your birthday? A Nora tumbler.
I'll take it. I love it.
Guess what I'm getting for my birthday? A Nora box.
Yeah, because I think the Nora hat made it to my house, if I remember right.
It did.
So it did. And yeah, we love it. That Loco's Taqueria, that is my place. Favorite place, Brian, West Palm.
Wow.
Whoa,
that
that's
place.
Better than Cholo Soy?
No, I mean, to me, it's not. It's not for that, but it's kind of different because for me, Cholo Soy, I'm always stuck on the ceviche. And so, so we just I like the atmosphere. It's great. It's a little bit bigger in Cholo Soy, but yeah, I mean, they're both awesome. It's one of my favorites. And I was just thinking more specific. I don't know why I don't think Cholo Soy is a Mexican restaurant. I guess it's because they have Peruvian, ceviche.
Right.
But they do tacos as well. So yeah, I'm not gonna trump that. To me, Cholo Soy is my ceviche place, but their tacos are amazing.
We need to do more work over in that Nora area.
They're going to be. In fact, I think they just opened the sports bar that's there. I haven't checked that out yet, but that looks like that's going to be something. And then they're getting really close to open up what's going to be the hotel there. So yeah, in a year or two, that place, we'll see if it takes. It looks like it's going to be big.
More hats and tumblers in here.
I don't even think I knew we had that box.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to point it out. She's like, I keep seeing it there. And
Nice tumblers that say Nora on them.
Okay, yeah, I'll dig that swag out. I'll be repping.
Let's wrap it up and give it to Kevin for his birthday.
Thank you. Well, at least we wouldn't forget it. Let's get it over with now so we don't forget it.
Well, Kevin's birthday show is this Friday.
It is.
Just so Kevin and everybody knows.
Okay.
This Friday, we called our shot. So now if you walk in and there's nothing in here, we really fucked up.
We really
I'm so relieved.
Oh, my God.
Thank God.
I know. Kevin doesn't like he wants us to a regular show, keep business moving.
Nope, that's why he's getting a party.
Nobody gives a shit. It's my birthday. Good for you.
I'm bringing in a birthday donkey.
Oh, I'm bringing in 2 donkeys.
Now you.
Yeah, you're right. Now I've just said the wrong thing.
You said the wrong thing.
No, actually, I love celebrating my birthday. I love to make it all about me.
You're going to get so much birthday shit now.
Please, can we talk more about me? I want the focus all on me.
Look, we usually give the gift of alcohol, so.
No, you're right. I do love that. It does stock up my bar a bit.
That's awesome. You have a Friday birthday, or is it not on?
It's on Sunday.
Sunday.
But so we're doing it Friday.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Weekend birthday's good.
Can't do it Monday.
But I hate celebrating.
Oh my gosh, no.
And I also hate celebrating a birthday after the birthday.
That sucks.
I don't like that.
It's dumb.
If you miss the birthday, I think till next year, kid.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry about 50.
Yes.
It's all right. It's not, it's not like it's a big one.
53, we got you.
51, we nailed it. 50, I think we had something going on in our lives.
Yeah.
50, we were absent.
And Camilla jumping on the 4 favorite TV episodes you would have of all time. And she mentioned one that it did cross my mind from Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
The Aaron Paul, Josh Hartnett episode where they're astronaut partners who get to go down to Earth as avatars. It is a standalone episode that I highly recommend. And I agree with you because my mind always goes back to that concept.
Well, I watched it and I was so into it and I was shocked by the ending. That is the best Black Mirror episode in my opinion. I loved that episode. And the fact that it was long and I still liked it, yeah, that was good. If you like Black Mirror and you haven't seen that one, highly recommend that one.
Yeah, it is good. And I guess that's where a lot of sci-fi thinking is that you would be taking these long journeys out into space. And I guess that's where we are right now. But it seems like the sci-fi people are more about wormholes and other dimensions and jumping in and out and getting places in an instant, not having to sit there and wait. Because I remember they were going with the angle sci-fi was where you get cryo frozen. You imagine how Virginia get on a spacecraft and for 50 years they freeze you and then they unthaw you when you get to your destination?
That's weird.
That would be weird, and I don't think I'd enjoy that.
I just don't like the argument. Anytime you start talking about UFOs and all that stuff, you always got some very smart person that always will go, we don't have the technology. No one's got the technology to get there. That's 9 million light years away. The sound and the... motherfucker, all I'm saying is this. What if they've got a different way of doing things that us humans have no idea about? Like different dimensions, like wormholes. I know I sound crazy, but other motherfucking people are starting to say this shit. That it could be possible.
Yeah.
It's not just old bird's got the tinfoil hat on anymore.
A lot of the alien people, I say it's a snap of the fingers and it's instantaneous. They go from whatever their dimension is to right here, their planet.
Yeah, you're trying to solve things with a human brain when we might not be dealing with something that has a human brain.
Mm-hmm. In fact, this was a guy that said he was talking telepathically with one of the aliens that works with the U.S. government, Cheyenne Mountain. And he said, think of it like the periodic table that you have, but it's on a Rubik's Cube. And when you get a certain alignment and those elements line up the same way, you're basically in 2 places at the same time. And so instantaneously, they would just be right at their dimension.
Maybe that's how Elon Musk is so successful.
But he wants to go the long haul. He wants to shoot and take that ride all the way to Mars, which takes forever.
He wants to go home.
Yeah, he does.
I have a
he misses mommy.
I have a whole section in my house that's all these presidents shaking hands with aliens and looking at UFO. They're all fake. But they look real, though.
Yeah, I will tell you, honestly, we are in a place, to me, that is pretty dang scary. And Denny's had sent this to me, where the world's leading deepfake expert, it says that he can no longer reliably identify deepfakes.
Wow.
And I noticed, when I got on that one video that looked really solid, and I look for all the little weird things that happens with AI, I'm like, I don't know, man, this could be real. He's saying that he can no longer tell. And the thing that really got me was when they chucked that girl off the bridge without the arm. I'm like, I watched it 8 different times. I'm like, this is so fake. There's no way they did that.
Well, even that
I couldn't even believe it. I had to get 3-5 different sources from reputable sites. I'm like, I still couldn't believe it. I'm like, I just can't imagine this is happening.
So you think fake is real and you think real is fake. Welcome to 2026.
Well, that's what happened to me.
That's it.
Yesterday, even with I talked about the Miller Lite Pringles, and I start writing it down on the prep and sending it to Kevin, and then I go, wait a minute, before I send this bullshit, let me just make sure Miller Lite Pringles are. So now I got to research for 5 minutes.
Right.
It takes twice the amount of time just to submit an idea.
Well, what was the other product that was fake? It was some for Hellman's. There was mayonnaise or something like that. We'd had a week or so ago.
The ketchup.
That's right. Yes.
the peelable ketchup.
Yeah. It looked like it was from the real product. She had the package in her hand and everything, and it had been made.
There was a video I saw yesterday, and it was this little baby, and it slaps a dog. I'm like, oh man, why they upload it? And then the dog gets up and starts taking his paws and slapping the baby across his face about 1,000 times.
Was it real?
I go, I think this might be fake.
Yeah. This deep fake expert said within a year or two, our whole visual system will be utterly useless. There will be no truth. You won't even know what it is. You can back it up with all the video. You can never believe anything you see. Now, there's still some stuff. And the one thing that they kept doing, in fact, I noticed it was a theme. They kept showing ridiculously hot girls from each country in the World Cup. And there was one video where a guy's just staring at this girl's cleavage. And she honestly was 11 out of 10. Like, these girls are just absolutely perfect. And that was part of it where they said, you can kind of tell. And as I listened to the audio, the announcer didn't sound quite right. The graphics that was on the score didn't look like it was necessarily authentic. But it was just a scotch off. And it's only because it was too perfect and she was too hot. I'm like, there's no way it's a real human.
Gotcha.
If everything becomes untruthful and blurred lines like that, being truthful is going to become a hot commodity because humans are going to search. They're going to want the truth eventually. And if you really are proving the fact that you are truthful, that's going to be an asset, I think. Because when everything goes one way, sometimes you got to go the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Ridge Gator said, as long as they can verify any threats before releasing the nukes, that's what's concerning. But that's where I could see this in a couple years, where if you had enough sites and enough bots putting it out there, almost like Bridge Girl's the microcosm. But imagine if I'm seeing that and it's looking like it's come from reputable sites and it looks like the world is ending and you're like, what the heck? And then imagine imagine New York City after the Knicks win and that kind of stuff starts happening. And
people start rioting.
Yeah, you could see, like, when is that event going to happen? It would be, in a sense, a 9/11 of AI and fake news.
Damn.
Which you're just like, that's this guy's saying within a year or two. Imagine if somebody got this all coordinated together within a year or two. We'd be sitting there and be like, I don't know if any of this stuff is real.
Well, another concern, too, they have is, obviously not all countries get along with one another, and they're building AI armies. And if you're building an AI army to go against an enemy, which at the end of the day, we're all humans, they're not going to, it's going to turn the robots into killing machines, and they're not going to care. Once they have their mission, they can't get away from the mission. You almost have to reprogram it completely, and good luck with that shit. They say when a robot's got that thing they have to do, they don't stop until that mission is completed, i.e. the Terminator.
So will we see the end of the 5-year KVJ deal, or will the Earth blow up before?
I'm starting to think I signed too long of a deal.
Dude, I probably should. Think about the world in 5 years.
You ain't gonna see 2031.
No, I think we should have gone week to week.
You might not see 2028.
Yeah.
Tech really is, it's advancing so quick to the point the people who invented it are going, shit, we were too good, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
you can't put the cat back in the bag.
You really
He's meow out.
Well, then you have these experts going, if we don't get this shit wrapped up and figured out by the end of 2026, it's too late. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's too late now.
Yeah.
They give a hard date, December of 2026. I'm like, damn, the end of the year, December, right before New Year's?
Mm-hmm.
Dead by Christmas. We've been saying it. One Christmas, we're going to be correct.
I might have to build a bar too, Virginia.
Dead by Christmas, I want to become robot prisoners by Christmas.
There you go. All right. Yeah, what a happy show, huh? The happiest stuff we talked about was Epstein. Jeez. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here and all the time. We really do appreciate it. We're excited for the next 5 years. So you'll see us tomorrow and the day after and the day after that. Well, I think we're going to be here until the world ends. So when it does, that's when we on KVJ. Y'all be good.